Module 3, Objective 7, be able to recall the steps of intramembranous ossification and know which bones undergo this type of ossification. Intramembranous ossification is also called dermal ossification because it occurs in the dermis. Intramembranous ossification produces dermal bones such as the mandible and clavicles. And there's 5 main steps to this type of ossification. The first thing to occur is mesenchymal cells. And remember, mesenchymal cells are a type of stem cell. They're going to cluster together, aggregate, differentiate into osteoblasts, and start to secrete the organic component of matrix. So they're going to basically secrete collagen. The resulting collagen, which we call osteoid, then becomes mineralized with calcium salts, forming bone. As ossification proceeds, osteoblasts get trapped inside of bony pockets where they ultimately differentiate into osteocytes. And the developing bone grows outwards from the ossification center in small struts called spicules. You can see here in this image these spicules are just growing out from these areas of ossification centers as bone is continually laid down. Blood vessels start to branch within the regions, and the fact that this vasculature can deliver a tremendous amount of oxygen and nutrients, you get very rapid bone growth or ossification during that point. The spicules, they start to interconnect and join one another, ultimately trapping these blood vessels within the bone. The continued deposition of bone by the osteoblasts located close to the vasculature results in a plate of spongy bone with blood vessels weaving in and out. It's a little easier to see here what that may look like. So as the bone continues to grow and remodel around these numerous branches of vasculature, you're going to get the production of osteons that you would typically see in compact bone. And the osteoblasts on the surface of the bone, along with the connective tissue, ultimately develops into the periosteum. So that's going to occur in these regions here. Here we see sort of an image of what that may look like without the vasculature. It's highly cavernous, lots of holes and passageways, and again, that's all going to be occupied by blood vessels. So this is a highly vascular bone. Blood supply to the bones. Every long bone tends to have several types of arteries and veins or vasculature that feed those bones. The nutrient artery and vein, most bones have one of each. If it's of a larger bone, such as the femur, you may find more. But they're going to pass through a foramen called the nutrient foramen. Okay, nutrient foramina is just plural for foramen within the diaphysis. But you also have other types of vessels found within. While the verbiage is on this slide, I'm going to jump to the image. It's a little easier to see. Here we see the nutrient artery and vein penetrating the diaphysis of the long bone, right there at that nutrient foramen. In addition to that, we have other types of veins. There are epiphyseal arteries and veins that feed the epiphyses. We also have metaphyseal arteries and veins that feed the metataphyseal region. Lastly, within the periosteum, we're going to also have arteries and veins that feed the periosteal tissue itself, and we see those right here. So these very small arteries and veins are going to ultimately feed the periosteum surrounding the bone.